So, what the fuck is Chux? Chux is an apparel and artist collective company. Streetwear that centers around people who create it and the community that wears it. Chux's goal is to make the best we can and make it with whoever has a passion to create. Streetwear as a whole I love, and that's why I want to make my own brand. As an artist and designer, I want to get my work out there to the masses, and creating a brand was the perfect thing to do to fit those needs. Now, there are some things in streetwear that I like and some things not so much, but definitely things that I think I can improve on. Let's take a step back. What is streetwear? To make it simple, streetwear is clothing or apparel with a community and a culture behind it. Some famous brands are Huff, The Hundreds, Diamond, Stussy, Rip and Dip, and Supreme. Those are just some of my favorites. But let's ask, why do people choose to wear streetwear over something a little more regular or something that's like high fashion? Well, they originally wore it because it was counterculture. It was something that only a few were into. It was a subculture of the mainstream, something revolutionary and different. It was just people who wanted to make t-shirts with and for their friends because it was something that they were passionate about. It was about the art and the community and the shirt compared to the price tag and the status that it brings. So then, another question. Why has streetwear evolved from this idea to something akin to high fashion? What makes streetwear so valuable? In my opinion, nothing makes streetwear any more valuable on the surface than a blank white t-shirt you can buy for $5. What do a plain white t-shirt and a Supreme t-shirt have most in common? The fact that there's something to wear to keep you warm. And that's it. So what makes Supreme worth $30 and the base tee worth $5? An answer could be the quality of the material, but I think a much better answer is I believe it's the style and status that it brings. If you wear Supreme, it's implied that you have some money, some fashion sense, you know what's in right now, and you know about the culture you live in right now. But one day, that will all go away. The fads will fade, but you will always need something to put on in the morning, and in that case, a blank white t-shirt will do just fine. But let's say you wanted to add some value, some real value to that plain white t-shirt. How would you do that? You'd have to forget about the hype, forget about the status, and focus on what the clothing represents to you. That's what it's about. The art, the craft, the message, the piece of cloth, and the brand that ties all of those together. The shirt acts as a mirror that reflects how you appear on the outside with how you are on the inside. You should find a piece of yourself in what you choose to wear and who you choose to support, not just notice the price tag and have it decide the value for you. Clothing should allow other people to look inside you and see what you're about. It shouldn't just be a price tag to show how much you're worth. I was reading a post made by Bobby Hundreds, one of the guys who started the Hundreds, and one line that stuck out to me was this, quote, "Most young people entering the fray are lured by the financial value of things, as opposed to the relationship or the story. Streetwear's magic was it connected the creator with the consumer. Now it connects the consumer with cash." So, where does Chux, the handmade and secondhand streetwear brand, fit into all of this? Well, I can tell you that Chux is not about exclusivity, reselling, or having the latest and greatest. It's not about being ahead of the curve on fashion. It's not about charging a ridiculous amount of money for it. To me, it's about having clothing that speaks to me. It's about creating something that I would want to wear because it represents me and what my interests are. And a whole lot of streetwear brands do this. All I want to do is put my art and designs out there in hopes to not be the next Supreme, but just to find people who like my work and want to support it. I think that that's something that goes beyond just to stitch pieces of string and cloth. It's a thread that ties and bonds the creators and consumers more deeply. It's someone seeing themselves in my art and therefore seeing me in them. Now this is where Chux gets fun. Why have it just be my own art? My only point of view? Why not add others? My friends and fellow artists who share the same vision about their work and want to find an audience to connect to. So why not open up Chux to those exact people? Make Chux an open platform for all artists to create whatever they want and find that same connection with a person that might not have noticed them otherwise. Chux will give the artist full creative freedom to make whatever they want and sell it for whatever they want to the people who love what they make. You don't have to be the next best design or the next masterpiece, you just have to make something that represents you, something that you are proud of, and someone somewhere will like it, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Finding that connection with the person and even people within the Chux community. Chux, the brand, works in black and white, but Chux, the community, adds the color. When it comes to Chux clothes, it's about having comfy and reliable clothing that you won't just want to wear because it's in right now, you'll want to wear it because it's old reliable. It's that hoodie that you wear all the time because it fits you and only you perfectly. But when it comes to the community's work, it's a unique work of art and a labor of love that you have forever, and it's yours and yours alone. All of this is backed by a brand that treats its creators and community right by letting them speak their truth through lines of ink, paint, thread, or whatever they can come up with. When you put the Chux patch on something, it represents the quality, honesty, and support of the expanding community that you are now a part of. So if you put a patch on your goods, you're to acknowledge the fact that you are now a part of those values and must value them. You are making or selling this because you want someone to see the value in you and your work. You are not only representing Chux and its values of quality and community, but you are representing yourself as an artist first. Chux is a canvas for you to make a masterpiece that you believe is a masterpiece. Whether it's a Dot or a Donatello, we'll support you as long as you believe in your art and, more importantly, you believe in yourself. Chux, a handmade second-hand streetwear brand for creators by creators to support creators who just want to fucking create.